All right, here we go. I had to clear some stuff off my phone. Videos is a little short, y'all. Can't talk about Yahweh in a few minutes like that. We got to break this down, right? All right. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay, here we go. Let me finish this up, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. This phone set up. All right, man. Thank you, man. Yahweh. Thank you, Jesus. He reigns supreme. Ain't no other person or energy or thing that I care about more than Jesus, the Savior of our people. And when I found out that I was an image of Him and He looks like us, and it's funny that God said He created us from dirt and, pushed dirt around on the ground, and then we got gold and silver and zinc and copper and magnesium and manganese, all these different things in our blood that come straight out the ground. We have copper, we have mercury and all kind of stuff in us, man. Natural minerals, right? Right? This ain't no joke. I wouldn't waste my time and be making no videos about this if I thought that this wasn't real. In Romans, it says that every man knows that God is real, from the wonders of the world to the creation of your body. There's some amazing things going on. Childbirth. You see a woman you like, you get with her, you make love to her. 9 months later, a miniature you pops out. You know. So come on, man, stop playing with God. It's too magnificent. Look at the sun. Look at the moon. The moon is heavy. It revolves around the tides. Some people don't even know that. It's connected. So when a full moon happens, you'll see people's energy. You'll see wickedness. You'll see people running around acting crazy. I used to get on a bus and stuff in LA, rough, tough, and dirty back in the day, and be going places, and I would see the energy that would be out when it's a full moon, and I'll be like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, and God will make the moon be a little slit, or He can make it big. It's like He's communicating with us. He talked to us. Like showing us that He's there. Like, and hold on, have faith. Like, some people just wake up and take everything for granted. He don't like y'all. He don't like people who don't look up to nothing but themselves and then be gods in their own selves and be worshipers of them. If you egotistical and arrogant and all of that, kill yourself. You might as well. God don't respect you. He don't like you. He like humility. He like humble. He don't want you to put your trust and your love in material things, or even if you're in your wife or your children, women. You can't put nothing much more into the world than you put into God. That's why He told the disciples and all of the people. They said, "Hey, Jesus, there go your mother." He said, "Who my mother? Where my father at? Man, get up out of here. She might be earthly, but she ain't nothing to me. You know who my brother and my mother and my fathers and my real family is? The people who do the will of my Father who art in heaven, nigga. Yeah, that's who my family is. The people who follow these creeds, who understand that this Bible is real and that it's talking to a specific people. Yeah. Back to the lesson. Okay. I was right here on the last video. This is Deuteronomy 28, the breakdown, and this would be the third video that's going to this. The last video was kind of short. I had to remove some extra storage and stuff off my phone. Anyway, long story short, let's get back to the meat of it. This is Abraham. This is God, Yahweh, talking to Moses, telling Moses, hey man, listen, this is what's going to happen to the children of Israel, to my special people. Watch what I tell you. They're going to be so hard-headed, arrogant, prideful, think they know everything, and they're going to try to get around doing everything the way I say it and create their own way. And that's when they're going to run into trouble. Watch this, Moses. So he's telling them about all the things, and he says, and we on 28, Deuteronomy 28, verse 37, right? And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword amongst all nations wherever the Lord has sent thee. Now, I don't know about you, But I've been called so many different things. They're so creative with the ways that they try to come up with ways to disrespect black people and call us names. I was sitting here thinking for a second. I said, damn, well, let me try to run some down to the folks, right? To the peoples, right? But then I'm like, damn, they know already. But let's try. Porch monkey, jigaboo, eggplant, mayate, nigger, mud person, colored boy, alligator bait, we call those little statues that be in the front boys, Jimmy, that's another word they call Negroes. We've been called everything under this moon. The Chinese have a disrespectful name. The Arabs have a disrespectful name. The East Indians have a disrespectful name. The American Indians have a disrespectful name. Should I go on? The East European nation has a different disrespectful name that they call us. The whole world came together in one accord to say, hey, we hate them black people so much. Let's all try to figure out how we can hate them individually. Like, we don't got to come together on this. Wherever you at, if they come your way, hate them. You know what I mean? This is prophecy, bro. We are a byword to the whole world, you know, and then you wonder why. This is why, man. Listen to me. I'm not going to lie. I ain't going to tell you no lies. I don't sell dreams, nor do I buy them. Okay. 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Just basically poverty. No matter what kind of job you get, what kind of opportunity you think, you start a new business, your son finna go to college and all of these things, and these things are supposed to be promised and the destiny is supposed to work out, but then something happens every time. And other nations you watching sitting up and having all kind of luck. These nations come into the black ghetto, set up their finances and put their whole kid in college through college and all of that. They go move, they leave here every day and go to the hills and West Chino Hills and stuff like that. Then they come down here and call us these byword names and stuff and take our money and throw our change back at us at the store. Latasha hardens us down here, you know what I mean, and treat us like nothing, but they eating off of us. This is what this Bible is talking about. You wonder why we can't get a successful business in our own community, but everybody else can? Come on, man. Let me do a little bit of preaching, man. Right here, right? Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worm shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coast, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil. For thine olive shall cast its fruits. They gonna fall off the trees. You ain't gonna even get a chance to harvest them. Oh, sound like us. Sound like the people who can't get up, just can't get right, can't never win, can't never get a foot ahead. Every time we do is 3 steps back. Matter of fact, we the only people who the entire whole United States government is in bed with. They into our every move, from the way we breed and bore our kids, to our schooling, to our housing, to the way we die in the hospitals, how they kill us and give us all of these fake treatments. Like, we are the only people who are being bred by the government, who was 100% controlling us, who stepped in and separated man from woman and make sure that they have the purse strings and everything that happens to us. This is why, because we the children of Israel. This is proof. This is why God put this in the Bible, so that we can always recollect, look back and say, whoa. Hold up. Let's talk. We getting treated like this, but it got to be a reason why. And the reason why is why people don't know is what makes black men so angry and suicidal. We're fatalistic is the word I like to say. Fatalistic is like a Chinese dude, a Korean, Japanese samurai. He failed, and his father and his sensei is mad at him, so he just take the sword out and stab himself. You know, we fatalistic. We be like, whatever, they hate us, they treat us like this, whatever, nigga, let's go. Nigga, turn up, bank robbery, kill, murder, drink, whoop-whoop, instead of stopping and saying, wait, they doing us like this, but they ain't doing nobody else like this. It's other people in the world who they don't like they don't like us. It's other people they don't like, but they don't have that systematic energy set up for their tribe like they do with us. They making sure they don't rise up and get above them in the race, because a race is just a bunch of races of people trying to get around the track and win. That's Dr. Claude Anderson, Powernomics. You got to check him out. He heavy. That's why we can't do Powernomics like Dr. Clive Anderson said. He's 80 years old, 90 years old. He's been preaching this message for a long time. He got his black power fist up. He's going to the grave trying to say, black people, come together, please. We need 5 tiers of economics, and then we'll be okay. If we just set up our game like the rest of these tribes, and we'll be cool. He's old. His throat don't work. He breaking down. I love the brother, man. Black power, man. You know what I'm saying? He trying to tell us why we can't do group economics. He like, what's up with the group economics? What's happening, man? Like, why y'all can't do it? What's going on? But this is why he's a financial guy. I forget what you call him, but he's a numbers guy. He don't understand his spiritual, bro. That's why, Dr. Claude. I know I appreciate Dr. Claude. Loudmouth brother with the hair that's always messing with all the brothers and messing with all the sisters. The black man that's talking about, what's this brother name? God bless you, brother, the psychologist. Y'all know I'm talking about, the crazy brother that's always getting into it, talking crazy about the black women and stuff. You trying, but you ain't gonna be able to help, because this ain't got nothing to do with you or the white people. It's got something to do with us and our relationship with God, because heavy is the head that wears the crown. If we the chosen people of God, you don't think God is going to punish us more or be more severe on us than he do? It's like if you got 3 daughters and they all go out on a trip and they doing something, and then you call your daughter and you say, hey, what's going on? You be like, oh, I'm cool, Dad. But Tamika and all them, they drinking and they getting drunk. They at some dude house. I haven't seen him too. Oh, cool, white. Okay, whoa, man, tell Tamika and them don't be doing that. But where you at? What you doing? So you need a plane ticket back right now? Nah, you Gucci, you grown, you know how to handle that, you ain't messing around, you staying in the house, chilling, watching TV, your homegirls can't influence you? Oh, okay, cool. Well, I don't got nothing to worry about then. That's their fate. I wish they wouldn't do that, but at least my children ain't doing it, then I can sleep at night. So this is God's problem with us. That exact definition right there. So let's go. Where we at? Okay, we at we at Deuteronomy 28:41. Thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Okay, what about prison? When I read this, everybody thinks about slavery. Me too. That's one definition. That's one feeling that the Holy Spirit invokes in me. That Ruach say, hey, man, it's more than just slavery, though. He said, what about prison? How many dudes you know right now that they stole out the community? And them dudes is up there. No matter what they did, it was a systematic thing to get these brothers to be in poverty, to lash out. And then whenever they reach for a piece of meat, to grab it because they barely touching their back and they ripping the meat off. And they like, ha, got you. Yep. Come on. And we taking you into slavery. So, a lot of things that they do is set up. This whole thing is a fish bubble. I'm from South Central Los Angeles. I was born on Vermont. They call it murder corridor. More murders been committed on Vermont between the 40s and the 120th and stuff than anywhere else in Los Angeles. We're basically just fodder, cannon fodder. You walk outside to go get a beer, you get murdered. You walk outside to go, you get murdered. Dudes be mowing their lawn, getting murdered. They ain't gang affiliated, but we live in Murder Alley. So that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with it, like Chicago, like they hopping out with AKs on dudes out here. They hopping out on AKs with dudes in Miami. They hopping out on with switches in Chicago. We just murdering us down, man. And Satan is loving it. You know what I mean? But the time has come for a change. You know what I'm saying? So they keeping us down. They got us in prison. We back in captivity. If you read the 13th Amendment, it's about them constituting all of these fake laws once they let us out of slavery, that if a black man spit on the sidewalk or didn't walk this way or jaywalked, then he'd go to jail, and the sentences would be extreme and harsh and long, and they would have you in a chain gang working like a slave. So they said, we'll put you back in slavery. We just got to get you to break the law first, and then we're going to make sure you're starving and hungry, no job, no employment, no way to get a way out. You have a baby or a child with a woman there pressuring you. You're going to do what you got to do, run numbers, sell dope, whatever you got to do. So they like, we got you in our system. This is the Pharaoh system that we live in, modern day Babylon. You know what I'm saying? So after we imprisoned all over. I could call a million brothers and they give them out baseball numbers like it's a joke. Oh, he got 60 years. He got 370 years. He got 80 years. 80 years? Dude is 18. 80 years for he didn't even kill nobody. He just shot the dude. But it was in the commission of a gang activity, so they doubled him up and bow-legged him and tripled him up, and then you can't even look by the school, and if he was over there, and then he had a prior with a petty, and then we bow-legged that, and then he got that with the each bullet is an extra year, so, and then now that the gun cases is like this, we making that federal, because, you know, the state is so packed with petty crimes, they ain't got nowhere to put them, they got to turn them petty state crimes into federal offenses now, so they sending regular square brothers with gun cases into the system to get a majority of their time. Modern day slavery. Pay attention to what's going on. Boom. All thy trees and the fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. Oh. And the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Like Beverly Hills, Malibu up on them cliffs and all around in the world, they got the best pieces of the land, and they got up high, and they like the mountains, so they always climb up to the mountains to look down over what they didn't already conquered, if you will. So, you know, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low, like on Figueroa and Vermont, Crenshaw. Yeah. Excuse me. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, kinfolks, loved ones, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and shall overtake thee, till thou hast be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. 46. And they shall be upon thy head for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Gotta stop right there. And these curses, these things we talking about right now, and they shall be upon thee for a sign, for a wonder. What's happening to black people? Look at our race. This all we say. You can't get around the water cooler, the coffee shop, or nowhere, the barber shop, nowhere without black people saying, man, what's going on with us, man? What is happening? Why do we do this? Look at it. Look at our condition. Look at the state of how we thinking. Like, this is, we know we better than this. Like, this is buffoonery. Like, the whole, get down. It's impossible to believe if you black and you intelligent and you're not worshiping Satan. So you got a clear view of the world and you sitting back watching and you saying, damn, this is really cool how they doing this and look how we doing. We enjoying it. So it say that these signs shall be a wonder upon thy head, right? Forever. And it says 47. And this is why this sign is going to be on us. This is why we going through what we going through. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. No, you don't want to do that. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. Makes sense now, huh? God look just now, don't he? He look fair now, don't he? If you understand he jealous and he don't play all that and he love us and we first and then we acting like we last, we following people weaker than us. We following people who have pagan gods, all of these pagan religions, and we got the one true religion. And we should know that, and we following everything. Oh, man, but they get to have 3 wives. They get to do this to their woman. Their woman get to do this. They get to do that. And they get to have all this. They get to eat that. They get to, man, why they get to rob and murder? And we got to plant our seed and wait for the harvest and do it like God say. We got to be like y'all say. Yeah, we have to. We can't be like the Buddha heads and eat bats and stuff and poison our blood and stuff because we have a covenant. If you go to Leviticus, God already laid it down. He said, listen, man, don't eat this, don't eat that, boo, ba, boo, ba, boo, 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 and I ain't going to tell you why. That's God. That's how y'all work. I ain't going to tell you why. Yeah, a fair and just God don't need to, he ain't no friend with us. What he going to break something down and tell you something like your father would? Your father would be like, listen, bro, Don't be going out after night and then 11, 12 you be drinking, because, boy, the police will pull you over. They be having checkpoints. You might be too tilted and drink and wreck your car. You could end up in jail. Matter of fact, you could end up dead, nigga. Don't do it, right? That's nice. That's our Father who art on the earth. Our Father which art in heaven, he don't play that. Nah, he don't play that. Like, he too strong for that. He like that's why he asked for faith and he want belief, because he just want blind faith. He don't want to play no games with you. He don't do that. We all know men like this, and women too. Like, this is what I said, this is what I want, I ain't finna play with you. If you don't do it, don't. If something happened to you, don't come crying. I don't want to hear it. Why you got to test me? Just do what I say. So this is our God. He say, man, look, he say, honor thy mother and father. He don't tell you why, that they might be smoking crack, or they might have did something vicious and violent to you, or they might have disappeared and you got in the spirit of abandonment and you hurt and you go through your life hating them and don't know that you're opening yourself up for a demonic, bitter attack from Satan, because Satan waits for you to get bitter and then he come in. But this is why he tell you, God is so patient and understanding. He say, listen, honor thy mother and father, bro. Yeah, listen, off the rip, I want you to honor them, okay? I don't care. It don't matter what you saying. They blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear it. Just honor them. Respect them. You ain't got to kick it with them every day. You ain't got to, but just in your heart, you ain't got no pain. You ain't mad at them for missing the birthday shower. You ain't mad because they did something to you. She took all your money and put you on SSI and made you feel dumb, got you taking pills just so she could win. She stay fly, keep her nails and hair done and stuff like that, and you ain't got nothing. You wearing some croaker sacks and some whooped clothes, and you looking at her your whole life growing up, hating her because everybody else is fly, and you know what that money is for. It's for you. But you know, fathers be disappearing on little dudes. As soon as they get into it with the mama, oh, no, I'm cool. Yeah, you know what? F her and that baby. And that's what God's going to punish the man at. And the child sitting back saying, what, I'm not good enough? Nobody love me? Every time you see a father and son, father and mother and son together, they be like, whoa, what about me? Why nobody don't love me? See? So you got to realize that bitterness plays a big part in demonic possession. All right? Back over here. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. We're going to be in hunger while our enemies is on us, right? Since we didn't serve God, we got to serve our enemies. And how we going to do it? In hunger, in thirst. Got $5 on me? Bought $5? Gas money, bro. Y'all eating over there? Who eating them and they eating over there? You go over there, eat that shit. Say this no food. We need ours. We broke. You know how they go. We in want of all things. We starving. We doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Out here. Okay. In thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, he shall put a yoke of iron on thy neck until thou have been destroyed. He talking about our enemy, right? And we should serve in hunger and thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until thou be destroyed. If you ever seen the slavery pictures, they got the metal yokes. That's what that's called. That's really called a yoke of iron, with the stuff, the branches, the sticks that come all out, the metal, because whenever you was running through the bushes, it would block you and it would stop you to get caught up in stuff. So you know, we so fast and agile, quick and strong that they couldn't hold us and stop us from running. Stop that, you know. I believe it's a white comedian, I forget his name, but he said, man, I ain't gonna brag about slavery, it's really messed up. But to say that we was able to pull that off, it's pretty neat. He said, because y'all fast, y'all strong, we was chasing y'all could have just stopped and turned around and beat the mess out of us, and that would have been it for slavery. Right? Daniel something, I forget his name, but he's fun. Daniel Tosh, yeah, you got to check that out. It's pretty funny. It's kind of ironic, but it's funny at the same time because he's speaking on truth. He's saying, man, y'all way stronger, way faster, way more dominant than us. How did we pull that off? Because all you had to do at any given time was to just whoop us. Just whoop us, right? But the whole time they lying to us, telling us our God said we in punishment. Shut up and be a good slave master and listen. Don't accept this. Accept this. Nigga. Born slave. You Ham. Not telling us we Shem. You lying. Ham is the African and they not all cursed. It's Canaan. Y'all liars. We gonna unveil some lies though. We get rid of lies over here at this channel, Rock 777, man. Tune in, like and share, man. Subscribe, man, to your boy, man. We gonna kick the truth. We ain't playing no games, man. It's the real word of God. Here we go. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, and to the end of the earth, and as swift as the eagle flieth. The eagle? American eagle, huh? A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. We didn't understand them when we got here. We didn't understand them when they came to Africa in search of blacks. We didn't understand them. A nation of fierce continence. That's these white people. Of fierce continence. That means that you don't respect nothing. Your heart is all hard, and you mad, and you fierce. You dangerous. Everything is violence, like a Viking. Somebody who don't understand peace and calm and melanin and melatonin. They always understand hyper and climbing mountains that people die on, and they pass by frozen dead bodies because they got to conquer that mountain. They just mountain people, and they vicious, and they very uncivilized, if you will. And we are the civil people, you know. We human. To be a human, you have to have hue. Hue, H-U-E, is the root word of human, H-U. So hue is a color. It's a form of color. Hue. Hue man. Hue man. Without color, you are not a man. And let me give you some more game real quick too. If a white man don't have blonde hair or blue eyes, or if he ain't red with freckles, he ain't no white man. You ask Hitler. Ask anybody else who know about this why Hitler was killing all them people over there, because they was mutts. They mixed men. Hitler was trying to bring forth the true Aryan nation, and he was saying that all them people over there, all them Jews and these Polacks and these Slavicans and all these niggas, they've been touched by black skin. They've been touched by black. They was in with the Sicilians and all that. No. We ain't messing with it, because we white, we got blue eyes, we got blonde hair. We have the recessive gene, and it ain't been tampered with, and we all the way pure of Negro blood. So when you see a white man, look in his eyes. If his eyes are brown like mine, melanated, that's melanin. So if his eyes are melanated, then he's me. If his eyes are white, hazel, if his eyes are blue, gray, hazel, that's cool. That he's a real white boy, you know. So back to this though. A lot of white boys try to hide in society and try to act like they're not Negroid. But that's why they had that 1% rule. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got 1%, then you consider the Negro. But we talk about people who is like half. What I'm saying, when you got black eyes and black hair, blonde curly hair, you got Negroid in you. You know? That's why they're scared to get that 21 in me. They're scared to death because they know that the sub-Saharan African is going to be deep. You know? In their bloodline. But anyway, back to the lesson at hand. Okay. A nation of fierce continence, which shall not regard the person of old. They don't care about no old people. Run through them. You see what they did in COVID? That was designed to kill all the old people in population control. One of the reasons. It shut down the whole world and made us bow down, made us put on masks. They just wanted to see how stupid we was, if we was going to rebel. Nobody rebelled. We all did what they said. Get this shot. They wouldn't got it. Not me. But everybody else did, you know. This people, a nation is a fierce countenance, a murderous type of person, bad attitude, quick to kill, which shall not regard the person of old, nor shew favor to the young. They don't care about old or young. Sound like some Europeans to me. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land, and thou shalt be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flock, or sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates. Every city, he besieging us. Everybody else got regular police ride. They ride around in LA and Chicago and New York. All the black communities, they ride around 3 or 4 deep with ride helmets on and big guns and stuff, looking at you crazy, aggressive, like they gangbangers. They can't wait to start something like that. Ain't policing. That's you victimizing us because of how we look. And they want to try to make us understand that. The reason why they mad right now is because we waking up to this. What I'm talking about, the whole world is learning, and the people who run stuff that runs Hollywood and runs the news and all that, these are the people who claiming to be us. Boy, they so upset right now that we finding this out because this is prophetic. When we find this out and start waking up about Deuteronomy 28 and so many other passages in this book, that means that their reign is over. All them lies, all of them, we the chosen people, we true Jews, and they ain't even got no African Semitic blood in them at all. They went over there and stole Jerusalem in 1948. The people over there is running up on them with bricks, throwing bricks at their tank like, get up out of here, you white devil. You know, you don't have no rights here. And the people that's throwing rocks at them ain't even the original people that's supposed to be there because they all look like me. Yeah, darker and like me and lighter. Yeah, the real Hebrews, right? All right. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates until thy high and fenced walls have come down, whereas thou trusted and thought of all thy hand. He shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord God has given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body. This is what we gonna do because of how they treating us. They saying, okay, you're gonna be in this condition. You're gonna be broken down. You're gonna be going through it and through all the stress and through all the messed up ways that you go through. This is gonna change the beautiful people that you are into this kind of people. Let me tell you. He said, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body. The flesh of thy son and thy daughters, which the Lord thy God has given thee in the siege and in the straitness, whereas thine enemies shall distress thee. So our enemies distressing thee, and we trying to struggle to figure out how we gonna survive. And the whole time, the youngster come out in the street, and then some demonic friends show him how to sell drugs and become some kind of witchcraft doctor or witch doctor. You holding people in slavery. It's a spiritual malady. Whenever you're getting blood money from that, you're cursing yourself and the person that you holding under this spell. It's a spell. So the brother will go out and get $50 worth of, the brother be doing bad, and he turned 14. I seen it happen with my own eyes. A nigga turned 12, 14. He be sitting around the house. Mama got to come out the pocket and feed him and stuff, and come out her county money to pay him for what she's supposed to pay him for. And if she got a little job or whatever, she mad because she got to actually take care of him because he's a man now, because he's 12 and he eat a little bit more. He's starting to get some muscles or whatever. She like, nigga, I ain't taking care of you. You're going to have to hustle like everybody else. And then she'll set him up, get him a nice little 50 pack, cut it up for him, push him out there on the front line and have him working and teaching him how to be demonic. This is what that is. You let him start bringing guns in the house and ounces of dope. You helping him cook it up. You taking him over there and putting it in the stash house, letting him put stuff in your basement and all of that. You got to put a stop to it. Like the movies, whenever the mama say, oh, you get out of here. No, I don't want nothing to do with you. We ain't having that in our house. If you ain't doing that, then you're co-signing. So you're eating him because you know what's going to happen to him from doing what he's doing. He's going to be murdered or he's going to go to prison in slavery. So instead of saying, nah, we're going to make a way, won't you get a job? Go around here and ask some people if you can mow their lawn, sweep off their porch, or get a blower, nigga. Get a blower. Hit some corners and, you know what I mean? See if you can blow down. They ain't telling them that. They saying, nah, okay, cool, listen. This is what you need to do. I know some fathers that teach their daughters how to be hoes. Some niggas that was pimps and they say, well, stuff, it's better than them to be having and doing it for free. I'd rather for them to get paid. So I taught her how to be this kind of woman, to manipulate and use men for money. And I would say, whoa, I got a friend named OG Hog, you know what I'm saying? And this dude right here is a superior gang member. A lot of niggas in LA don't want no problems with him. He's like a Solomon type of dude. He's a very powerful and dangerous man. He puts down attacks of vicious violence on people and then makes the whole crowd back up. And they be like, whoa, we don't want none of that, right? He'll bite your ear off, gouge your eye out in real life. We talking about like medieval stuff, just like one of them African war chiefs right here in South Central. and his whole family, he got about 20 kids, and all of his sons and his daughters are all negative. They all living in a foul light. They far from God, and this man knows about God. This man knows. He's kind of caught up in a situation to where he was born in this and he didn't have no choice, you know what I'm saying? But he could have made a better way out and did some stuff and changed some stuff. But I don't really have too much bad to say about the dude. I'm not one of them people that would be, because 90%, 98% of people who know him, they hate him, they can't stand him. But most of them is just in fear because they want his position. And if you don't really want his position, then he don't have no problem with you. You know what I'm saying? So, but all of his children are going to prison or getting murdered, or he'll invoke the spirit in them of violence. He'll invoke the spirit in them to make them want to go hurt somebody. He got his son stabbing people and shooting people, and he's endorsing that he's cool with that. And I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting there watching that, and the more and more I listen to the word of God, the more I think about this right here. I say, yeah, this nigga's eating his own kids just because he's a reputable in this gang and stuff. And it's not only him, it's all kind of men who do this. I know millions of them. As soon as they get a stature in the hood and then they start having sons and their sons come of age, well, what is he gonna do? If your dad was a shoemaker and then you grow up and you gonna be a shoemaker, your dad fixed tires and you grow up, you gonna be a tire fixer. What if your dad fix his rag in his left pocket and get his bullets right and kill people? Well, then you gonna try to follow in his footsteps. That's one example. I got another example of a homie who OG nigga still be outside hanging out every day. Everybody know him. He's a well-renowned Crip. I got respect for him too. He has sons, and his sons are getting raised up in the gang drama. He had one son who had just started coming off the porch instantly and was hanging out in one of our stores and got shot in the back of the head and got murdered. You know what I'm saying? Somebody reached the gun under the counter, shot the boy in the back of the head, blew his brains out. They had it all on camera and kept showing it and kept showing. You want to see it? That's my little nigga. What I want to watch his brains get blown out for? How sick are you, bro? They just kept watching, like Faces of Death. We got Faces of Death on the phone now, but Faces of Death used to be a big thing. We used to have to search for debauchery. Now it's there. So I'm just saying, I'm tying them stories and them examples into how we'll eat our own kids, man. How you'll get your kids on SSI. How people is lying and going down there and doing all this cap. How women will go throw away the best thing that happened to them is their baby's father. And leave him in the dust and try to say it didn't work out. That's because you're not being who you're supposed to be. You're not being who you're supposed to be. You want a man to conform to what you want him to be instead of being what this book say. And men got to be what this book say too. A woman can't respect you and have no trust and listen to you and be led by you if you ain't listening to this. This is the only thing that's gonna make you a good leader. Having knowledge ain't nothing. If you got knowledge in fixing cars, that's cool. You stupid. You got knowledge in math, that's cool. You stupid. If you got knowledge in how to manipulate women and get money from them, that's cool. You stupid. But if you got this knowledge from Solomon, I got that wisdom at 17. Solomon, I read Judges or Kings, one of them, and Solomon was saying, yeah, man, I want to have knowledge. God said, man, you did good. You pleased me. What can I do? What would you like for pleasing me and doing good? What could I get you? And Solomon asked him for knowledge, not of anything, but of the word of God, of him, of his will, his way. And so when he asked for knowledge that pleased God, and God heaped it on him and gave it to him in abundance. And so what happened was, that's why Solomon ended up going off the deep end. He had so much knowledge, he was doing witchcraft, and then he left the use of God and left the use of all kind of stuff and started messing with, Persian women and, Ethiopian women. All these women do different forms of witchcraft. They sacrifice stuff to their gods. So, but Solomon asked for wisdom, and so Solomon's principle is called 360 degrees of wisdom, right? So check this out. First you get the knowledge. That's this. Then the appliance of the knowledge equals wisdom. And remember what he said about wisdom. It's like fine jewels, and like a fine ruby. Get it and hold it. Put it in your pocket and save it. Don't squander it. Woo, it's so precious and beautiful and she's gorgeous. And, oh, it's better to have wisdom than to have anything else. You know what I mean? So first you get the knowledge of God, which is the fear of God is the beginning of all knowledge, right? So once you get the fear of God, that's knowledge, right? Then you apply the knowledge that you get, because you can know this word and don't apply it. You can know that you're not supposed to say nothing when somebody says something to you, but you say something back anyway, and now you going back and forth, and now you didn't. The kind word stirs away wrath. You didn't do what Jesus said, so that don't mean nothing. If you know it and you don't apply it, then it ain't no good. Make sense? Okay. So knowledge is the fear of God. You get that first. You apply that knowledge of God, and then that turns into wisdom. Oh, okay. So then you're living in this knowledge now. You got this knowledge, now you're living in it. You know what I'm saying? So now that you're actually living in it, it becomes alive. And then it adds one more piece to that to you, and that's the understanding, right? So first you get knowledge, then you apply that knowledge, and it turns into wisdom. And then once you live in wisdom for said amount of time, you get understanding. That's the best out of all of them, right? Because understanding is AKA discernment. You know, you can see people. You know what people say. You know what you can kind of feel them. It's like a spiritual understanding. It would be like, you know how psychics say I'm psychic and all of this. Well, yeah, they probably are, but they're using that energy from a negative, wicked place. Whenever you have discernment, you're using the knowledge of God. You're applying it and getting wisdom, and then when you do that, that gives you understanding, aka discernment. So I can see stuff. I can tell when people own stuff. I can look in their eyes, because the eyes is the windows to the soul. Yeah, the eyes ain't gonna lie. No matter what that mouth say, no matter what whatever he try to say or she try to say, I look in their eyes, and their eyes ain't gonna lie. You know, you can't. You know, and so back to this, right? So the enemy shall distress thee. Okay, we got a few more minutes going on this video. This is part 3, Deuteronomy 28, 68. 28, excuse me, this is Deuteronomy 28, 54, right? This is the breakdown. This is video number 3 right here. Coming with video 4 after this. Okay. 54, so that the man that is tender, that's us, the black man, we tender. We not murderers, we not Crips, Bloods, pimps, gangsters, Max, East Siders, GDs. We not name something, y'all. We not none of that. We not players, pimps. We not punks. We not none of that, bro. We the chosen seed of Yahweh. We the chosen seed of God, man. We are tender. He makes us tender so that we can feel when people need us. Like you can be tender-hearted in a certain love that a black man have that nobody else have, because we can feel when somebody really playing with us. I need help, man. Or we can tell when he really said like whoop, and then that touches our soul, and it makes us more inclined to help people than other nations of men. How many men you see walking around with baby infants? Like you will see a black man with an infant, and they say we don't love our children, but nobody else can communicate with other beings on earth as good as we can. That's why we was created. You see a black man with a baby thing on the front pushing the stroller. You see most men who have their babies, they be older, like 5, 7, 12. They be in that walk and change on, use their own bathroom stage. I'm seeing diaper age men. I'm seeing diaper stage babies with black men. You know, because they want to, because they love them. It's like a pit bull. Like, this is my seed. Like, this is me. He with me. Like, this thing, I've got him. What you mean? No, it ain't nothing you can do better for him than I can. I am the nurturer. So black men are nurturers, and they try to make it seem like that's a feminine quality. It's not. We're not hard. You need to stop frowning your eyes up and pushing your forearm, pushing your eyes down like Ice Cube. Because that ain't us. You need to be smiling more. Hey, what's going on, brother? God bless you. How's everything? It's cool. And then now, we ain't saying be no punk, because our Savior ain't no punk. So as soon as something changes, and it's like, oh, whoa, what's up? What's happening? Don't be weak. Oh, yeah, Jesus said, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, Jesus said, yeah, cool. That's what's up. You have a good day. You sure ain't gonna play me because you see I'm into Jesus. Now you all into Jesus and you trying to, no, I don't play none of that. I ain't weak. I ain't no sucker. You know what I'm saying? I love Jesus and I'm happy. I'm always smiling. You can't steal my smile. Satan is out to steal your joy. This is what y'all don't get. And Genesis 6, we're going to have to keep going over that because that's so hard. Y'all don't understand that all of these spirits come from Genesis 6 after the great flood. Yeah. It's great flood stuff. So, it says, so that the man that is tender amongst you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. What we call it? Mad dog. Evil East Side mad dog and niggas. Looking at niggas crazy. What's up, nigga? What's happening? Where you from, nigga? What's up? And what you looking at, nigga? Pull up into a store, you can't even get out the car right. They looking at you all crazy. The only thing that we can do to survive right now, black men know, is to look off. You kill it. It ain't nothing about being no weak. When you was a young man, we used to think that was weak. But now you see the spirit, and you know that's demonic, and you know that's trouble, and you know the person trying to pull you in, and you know you could probably run through that person, or you probably got something under your car seat or something, right? But it's like, wow, bro, you looking at me all crazy and stuff like you want to hurt me just because I'm a black man? This is deep. This is prophetical. It's nobody else that's going through this but us, you know? You know, don't point to nobody else but the children of Israel, man. And that's us, you know? The chosen children.